right, in this lesson, we're talking about multiple streams of income. And what I mean by that is exactly what it sounds like. Our ideal lives, we want multiple streams of income. We don't want just one stream of income. Even if you have a job with a company, that is one stream of income. And we all know intuitively, and some of us know this real time, real life, because we've lost that job. If you just have that one stream of income, that's your only source of money, and that goes away, everything stops. Everything stops, and it becomes a absolute crisis and panic worthy time in your life. And those of you who have lost your jobs, gotten laid off, gotten fired, you know what that feels like. I do as well, right? It's not fun at all. It's horrible. So if you cut off that source, just like a source of water, right? You cut that off, you put a dam in there and block it, then everything dries up, right? So what we want to do is we want to have multiple sources of income so that even if one dries up, we still have multiple things coming in. They might not be as big as this source. That might be your primary source. If that one goes away, you still have something coming in. So you just have to make up something somewhere else. All right, so let's walk through this a little bit. So I believe that everybody should have multiple streams of income because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't, even the safest companies that you can think of have some kind of risk in it. And when you're talking about having a job, anything can happen, right? There can be a scandal. There can be a significant downturn in the economy. The industry can change. Like even if you think you're safe, you're not necessarily safe, right? The people above you can make decisions that impact your job, and maybe your job is no longer relevant to what their vision is of the company, and they say, you know what, I'm so sorry. It's not that we don't care about you. It's not that we don't think you did a great job. It's truly we are restructuring, we are changing things, and this job is no longer going to be a thing in our structure and our vision. So I'm so sorry, but you're no longer going to be working here after this amount of time, right? They can be, you know, sad for you, but ultimately that job is still going to go away. That income is going to go away. So I believe that everybody should have multiple streams of income. And as we go into retirement, in our retirement years, you all know this, that we do have multiple streams of income, right? We have our Social Security. Some of us have pensions. We should be having investments if you're doing the things that we're talking about, right? Your investments can be that. You can have side businesses or side hustles. You can have rental income from property. You can have all kinds of different like dividend paying stocks. You can do side work for your family. You can gain other types of gift cards or monetary value, things of monetary value that's not necessarily tied to I do this job and I get paid a paycheck. It could be that you're getting gift cards for food and groceries or eating out or maybe discounted rent if you do some barter system, right? There's all kinds of different ways, but it's to create that life that you want, that ideal life. So there's definitely multiple streams of income, and you have to determine which streams am I going to open up the valve to so that that money or resources can flow through that, right? So things don't always go according to plan, so we need to actually know that there are multiple ways that we can actually have some kind of resource coming through, right? Okay. I believe if you are capable and want to explore this option, that a side hustle or side business is a fantastic way to create one more stream of income. And it doesn't have to be that you're working full time. It doesn't have to be that it's your only source of income or that's your biggest source of income. But there are significant advantages to having some kind of side business or some kind of side hustle. And we will call this being self employed. And why that's so important is when you are self employed, especially in America, you have some tax advantages or benefits from being self employed. You have all these different ways that you can write off expenses. You can write off your utilities. You can write off your cell phone. You can write off your internet bills. You can write off part of your home if you have that as a home office. You can write off your car and the gas prices and things that you buy, your computers and everything that you need that you do business with. you can write off a portion of that at least, if not the whole thing. You talk to your tax person about that, but there are definite advantages when it comes to being self-employed or having a side business. So I recommend, even if you don't work a lot in the business, you have some kind of side hustle or side business that you can write off, or you can take some of these expenses that you would have and write some of that off for your tax advantage. Okay. Then also, if you have set up your business correctly, you can create what most people call passive income. I don't like that term. I like recurring income, because very few things are truly passive, where you didn't do anything and income is flowing in. That's really nice. If that's what you have, fantastic. But I say recurring income, because most of us that have recurring income, we have to put a ton of work into something, and then we can maybe get paid passively or recurringly after that. So let's take an example like an author would write a book, right? Maybe they take 6 months or a year or 2 years to write a book, and then they will get royalties on every sale of that book. Now, it's not a ton, because authors don't get paid a whole lot of money, but they will have recurring. They don't have to create the book again. They don't have to keep writing the book. They wrote the book one time. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort. They put a lot of expenses into that, and then they can get paid for that as it sells all the way in the future. If you are an online creator or a course creator like we are, we put a lot of work into creating this, and then we can get paid recurringly after that. We don't have to put more work into it unless you're changing things. There's all these different things. If you created some kind of product, you will create that product. You put a lot of effort into it, and then it sells ongoing, even online, right? Through Amazon or through eBay or through these other places, these platforms. You can sell the same product that you worked on, but you put a lot of effort into that, and then you can recurringly get paid. So that's the difference between passive income and recurring income. So that could be another stream of income. Look at, if you're older, you can do the Social Security, right? Starting at 62 years old, or if you're 65 or 68 or 70, right? Your Social Security changes. If you've got a pension from work, that's an option. Look into that. Your investments, right? So you've got retirement income, right, from your retirement accounts. If you are over 59 and a half, according to legal law right now, if you're over 59 and a half, then you can actually take your retirement, take money from your retirement accounts without penalty. You still have taxes on some of them don't. You have to look into that, talk to your professional about that. But you can have that income if you're 59 and a half. If you aren't 59 and a half and you decide that you wanted to semi-retire or retire early, there are ways that you can invest your money outside of your retirement accounts to take income from that without the penalties hitting you because of the retirement age, right? So those are some ways. If you love real estate or like real estate enough to be able to get into real estate where you could collect rents from people, if you're renting out a home or a piece of property, or even commercial real estate is an option, those rents are income, right? And you have to be really careful about how you're handling all of that, because there are mortgages and debts associated with some of those. There are expenses, and there's maintenance and upkeep and all the things. So just be aware that's happening. But rental income, rental real estate is a significant source of income, that stream of income, if real estate is your thing. Right? There's all kinds of different things that you can do. There's affiliate marketing, where you sell somebody else's product, right? But you still have work that you need to do where you're letting other people know, hey, this is available, and we can actually get some revenue off of that. That's a stream of income. Like, for example, our stuff. You can be an affiliate with Ideal Life and Money Academy, and you can sell our stuff. Just let people know it's there and available, and they buy it, and then you get commissions off of that. It's a very real thing and can provide you with a stream of income. They may not be huge, but there's something, right? A little bit here, a little bit there, something larger here, and then maybe you work part-time as you work towards your ideal life. All of these things are streams of income. So think about some of the things that you're interested in, and then create these streams of income as you go. And it doesn't have to be right now that you have all of them. Maybe you have your job right now, and then you start doing something like affiliate marketing, and then maybe you add something else later on, and maybe you add something else later on, and then you turn 62, and then you have your Social Security, and at 59 and a half you can start taking some of your retirement, right? You can do this in stages, but you're creating that multiple streams of income because you don't know what the future holds for anything. So you just got to know what do I need to live, and then how do I create that income from all these different sources. All right, so that's the multiple streams of income section, where we believe that you should explore some of these options to plan out how are you going to start living your ideal life, how much does it cost, and what kind of streams of income can I create in order to create that income for your ideal life. All right, we'll see you in another lesson.